your 20s can either set you up for life or hold you back. And most young people are not even aware of this. So you see many young people trying to chase things that doesn't even add to their life. Instant gratification, living to impress people, chasing the wrong friends and all of that. And by the time they get to 25, 30 years, they'll realize that all of these things didn't count. So in this video, I'll share 5 essential things we must know. We, because I'm also included as a young person. 5 essential things we must know before we turn 25. Because these things are too essential. We need to know them. We need to know them. And I've been able to make research on this particular topic. And I just decided on my own that it would be better if I share it out with 1 or 2 persons. That is the main reason I'm making or creating this video. And then the first thing is learn to be alone. If you are not up to 25 or if you are 25, learn to be alone. Loneliness is where clarity is born. Loneliness, you trying to be alone, is where you realize most of the things that you have within you. Nobody really grows in a noisy environment. You can't stay around people that are always helping you. You can't be dependent and then grow. There are so many things you are going to realize about yourself the moment you start being alone. Learn to be alone. Learn to be alone. This is a very great skill we need to acquire. Loneliness. When you are alone, when you look back and there is nobody to depend on, you begin to learn to stand on your feet. And the moment you stand on your feet, you begin to make sure you sort things out for yourself without depending on anybody. That makes you a real man. And what I mean by real man is both male and female. And then the second thing we must know before we get to 25 is friends can change your life. You see, where we are going to will be hard for us, or let's say your future is very bright, but you see, staying around the wrong people can drain your life. In this race of life, friendship contributes greatly to the kind of persons we become. Friendship. So the moment you begin to understand these things, you will now understand that not everybody is meant to be around you. Not everyone you permit to stay in your space. Because you can't be thinking about global impact and your friend is thinking about $100. What's that? These are 2 different persons. You can't work together. So you should make friends with people that are heading towards your direction. And then the third thing we must know before we get to 25 is we should know where we are going to. Have a mental picture of where you are going to. This will save you many years. This will save you many years, because if you don't have a mental picture of where you are heading to, you will be distracted so easily. The moment you understand or you know where you want to be in 2, 3, 4 years' time, you set goals that will take you to that destination. So when you begin to deviate from that goal, you know automatically, you know that I am deviating. So when you deviate, the moment you now realize that you have been deviated, you now try to come back, because you know that that thing you want to do won't take you to your destination. So we must have a clear destination of where we want to be. And also, if we have a clear destination or a clear vision of where we want to be, that's when you begin to realize that not everyone is to be around you. Because I tell you, growth happens faster when you are in the right environment. When you are in the right environment, you stay around people that stretches you. You stay around people that inspires you to grow. Growth happens faster. And then the fourth thing we must know before we get to 25 is failure is not the end. You see, many young people see failure as the end. Failure is not the end. Failure is part of the process. As a young person, whatever thing you are building, build it. If you fail, get up. If you fall, get up. If you fall, get up. People see failure as the end. Failure is not the end. And if you must be grounded, if you must be rooted properly, you must fail many times. I am saying this because there are people out there who believe failure is the end. And the moment you fail, that means you are not good. It's a lie. We should understand that failure is our greatest teacher. So when you fail, you ask yourself, there is something I am not getting right. When you fail, you should ask yourself, what is this thing I am not doing right? Failure is the greatest teacher. The greatest teacher in life is failure. So we shouldn't see failure as the end. When you get to 25, you shouldn't see failure as the end. And then finally, the last thing we must know before we get to 25 is you can become whoever you want to become. See, it doesn't matter where you come from. Your skin color doesn't actually matter in this case. You can actually become the person you want to become. It's just a matter of being intentional about it. When you know it, because you see, you can't get what you don't see. You can become anything you want to become. The best doctor in the world, you can become it. Anything you want to become. First is to have a mental picture of it, because you see, everything in life is created twice. You have the mental or first creation, and you have the physical or second creation. In order for anything to be bettered on earth, any idea, any business, first of all, that idea must be created in your mind. It must be created in your mind. So you can actually become anything you want to become. Yes. And the thing is, there is no such thing as something for nothing. Anything of value is not free. So anything you want to become, you must get ready to pay the price. Nothing goes for free. Nothing goes for nothing. In order to get anything of value, you must pay the price. There is a price attached to it. So subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you very much.